Right, so we oh okay. Mm-hmm. So we have to type it. We have to type it if we really learned about this. And I really think we already learned about this. Yeah, I want to understand why. Yeah, yeah, no. Let's just do what's good enough. We are given something we're giving this section well, this is normal. Normal. Okay. So we hide this. We get the image. We get this too. Then we do it ourselves. Right? That's the practice. Then we comment it out. Error gallery. Yeah, because the gallery doesn't exist yet, bro. So it should be a function profile. Again, and then return image. Image. This. Then it's RC. Yeah, it's just copy this. Right. We don't have to memorize that. We just have to memorize the structure if we really get it. Oh, what? What do you mean by this? Huh? Did you mean brace? The brace? Oh, okay. So we should close this one. And then export. Like what? Uh, public export, right? Export public function gallery. Or export function gallery. And then uh, it's inside here, right? Wow, that's okay. Wow. Navigation. It should render the create node DOM node and oh wow, okay. Now I'm seeing it. You can insert it. You can insert it by ID and then create in the root, create root and DOM node. It's a navigation. That's ID. Then create and then render it. You create a DOM node and then render it. And you have to specify here where is it. Oh ho ho, that's awesome. So everyone, each and every one of it, you can you can specify here all of the main parts by just doing this and it create node and then just render it. Oh ho ho, awesome. I like that. Far better than what I've used in I think in WordPress, because in WordPress you have to render it in the PHP side. Yeah, some people like it, and then for ease of use, some people that doesn't want to be to just want to use a page builder. Yeah, that might work. Now, yeah, I'm glad that I'm doing this. Okay, so export function gallery because we are not returning anything yet. So I think we should return the same concept. I think we believe so. Same concept. Then okay. Uh, I think it's header or H1. Um, H1 scientist. Then we create a table. Is it a table? No. Oh wow. This one I forgot. Uh, because it has a lot of No, it's at the table, right? So we have to. Oh, you know what? I'll just do this. Okay. Uh, I'll just spam it. Profile. Profile. How to spam this one? Is it this profile? Oh, forgot. Because it returns image. But this one, scientist, scientist, scientist. Gallery. Return. Why is it returning a lot? Doesn't make any sense to me. Scientist, scientist, scientist. Yeah, just one scientist. Yeah, I give up. I give up. Okay, section, and then H1, and then profile, profile, profile. Okay, so something like so. Section, then H1, scientist, and then you do the profile. So you close it with the angle bracket, then closing bracket. Is as if it is a tag, something like this. So am I correct? Yeah, sure, sure, I am correct. I know this shit. I know my shit. But am I correct? Default. Why do we need default? That's the question. Why do we need a default when exporting JavaScript file? Single single object. Still don't understand, but yeah. If we don't have yep, once there should be there should be real world problems that I should encounter before I understand it. Okay, I understand that. Fair enough. Default or not, I don't understand the default. That's okay. I understand. I might be able to understand it later. So okay. So let's move on to another problem. So importing and like exporting components. The magic of components lies in their reusability. You can create components that are composed of other components, but as you nest more and more components, it often makes sense to start splitting them into different files. This lets you keep your files easy to scan and reuse components in more places. That's true. That's what I wanted to do. So for in this case, uh, I wanted importing, exporting a component. We have this JS gallery. Okay. And then gallery, we have this. And then I exported a gallery. And then, okay. Wow, that's fascinating. Okay. I think we should do that. I really like to do it. What is it again? Import JS. All right. We try to. Uh, huh. Perhaps we should create an JS um a repository about this, right? Or for us to really understand this. But no, I'm okay with that. I'm cool with that. We don't have to put a repository for the study, uh, because not uh, it will not be useful for other people, but for me, yeah, we don't have a repository for that. I'll just create a repository if other people will find it useful. So okay, so for this one, I'll just create a new one here, index it. Okay, so we create something like this as scientists as well. It doesn't really change a lot about here. So okay, we same concept. We remove this. We remove this, right? Execrate root. That will be okay. Okay. We just have that one, and then okay. Source. Can we have a folder here? So something like um, maybe land home, then home.js, something like that. And then we create a function home. Then we return an image img, right? And then we return this. Then what we do is that should we export this? That's the yeah, okay. Export default. I think we should call it header, and then function home, and then we return section, and then h1, and then scientist, and then well we spam it. Just spam the header or the profile. Yeah, for now, yeah. Well, profile. No, we shouldn't close it here. We close it here. Right, so I really think I've done my part here. Okay, then we import it here. So import home, home from home, home.js. Am I doing this right? Home secret paired but not never used because we haven't used it yet, bro. Root.render, then we use home. Then I think compiled problems can't resolve homes in the var. Do you mean home that home.js? Sure, that's what I mean. That's yeah, I should imported as a home was not found. The possible default export default. Oh, uh, why is it not? This one does not default. So now removing default works, but now it doesn't here. I don't understand. So I want to know why. returning default as well here, but not working here. Okay, so because maybe this, perhaps, right? So home's not found because there's no default, right? Okay, cool. So once you close it, something like this, because you are exporting everything, because this one is the only default, you cannot use it. Okay, cool. Uh, because you can export anything here, but if it is a multiple multiple functions you want to export, you cannot use default. But because everything here, can we go here? Oh wow, that's cool. So yeah, so many functions here that that are exported, but so there's no need to say a default one. So yeah, that's cool. And yeah, that's awesome. And then you can even remove this if you really. Oh, what? Doesn't doesn't want it? If it is just one, huh? That's fascinating. If it is just one, you shouldn't use it. Like what? What? How about if I have two, right? Home to one, and then we should export it something like this. Okay, if it is more than two, that's the rule. Okay, that's the rule. Now, if I use a default here, it will have problems. We will have problems, sure. Okay, now I get it. So I really need to have a real world problems for me to understand, and I really think yeah that's normal. Yeah. So okay, we save it here. What? It's not working anymore. Oh, okay, because we don't have the default. The usual errors, possible exports. Oh, okay, cool. All right, now we solved that. Name experts. Deep dive. Show details. There are two primary ways to export values with JavaScript: default exports and name exports. So far, our examples have only used default exports, but you can use one or both of them in the same file. A file can have no more than one default export, but it can have as many named exports as you like. Yeah, I think to some degree I understand this. So for instance, we have more something like export here, and then we have one default and then one. Yeah, it does work because we're just exporting one. But if we want to export it in another file, okay, that would work. Okay, now I get it. Now I already said that. Mar, yeah. What's your solution? Is it different from mine? Solution. Now, okay, now I understand why React.js is awesome. I understand this concept, and I think I've seen it in Vue.js, but I didn't really, I didn't have the opportunity to implement it in real world. So it's fun that I'm now understanding it. Okay.